This is how they find the perpetrators. And once they know for a fact you've done something, then they can set real police to watch you. They can come watch you themselves. They can follow you where you go, find if you go to the hidden spot where you hid the goods, where you robbed the bank or whatever, because they need real evidence. They can't ever disclose the secrecy because they would be washed up. And that's just the way it is. And this is not new normal. This has been going on for a long time, but now the new normal is here. We have operators just driving this technology for their own device, as their own personal assault vessel against those they oppose or do not like, to quote unquote teach lessons. I was told that I needed to be taught a lesson, and I was subject to a head beating so intense, constantly trying to drive me mad, that I fell off a 3,600-pound industrial vehicle and ripped my leg, and my left leg now has a bad meniscus joint. And while I walk around, get around fine, it lasts forever. I have a little hard time going up steep hills and stairs, and it bothers me sometimes, but it's never going away. So when you have a real injury resulting from the misuse and abuse of technology, what you have is an assault. You have a targeted, weaponized assault that ends in an actual injury. It's undeniable. This could happen to you. It will certainly happen to your kids. Imagine this technology by the time your kids are older. There is no America anymore, because nobody wanted to fight new normal. They wanted to leave the kind of administrative force in that's in now, where nobody really knows who's running anything. And the corporations lobby and influence and install their people, and they put these instruments everywhere in the sky above everybody, and the next thing you know, by the time your child's an adult, they hear an alarm going off. Guess what? It's time for them to get up and go to work. They didn't set the alarm. They're being told when they can go to break. They're being told when they're done for the day by somebody else's voice or AI programs conducting that manipulation. Is that freedom? Fuck no, it's not. And that's where it's going to go, I promise you, because there's a lot of profit in controlling people and controlling workers. And I promise you, that's where this technology will end up, unless everybody, you're not just voting and fighting for your generation, but for there to be in America at all. Do you think the people who create these devices want an America? Right now, they have to skirt around law and everything to use it in a way that they can. Do you not think they'd rather just wake up and just use it willy-nilly as they see fit? Of course they would. If America goes away, that's the best thing that could have ever happened to the developers of these devices, because they're all corporate owned. It's not necessarily just your government, your military that own these devices. Who do you think bought and paid for all this technology we built, all these toys? And when I say toys, I mean it. These people operating in intelligence agencies, most of them come from the military. And you would assume that they absolutely would fight for America no matter what. But guess what? You know what's most important to these people? Is they are addicts. They are on this technology all the time. It's the only thing that matters to them. Do you think if it came down to it, they would let anybody take away their toys, their position? What they went through hell being recruited. They went to college and they were in the military and they're the best and the brightest because somebody told them they were. Do you think they're going to let anybody take that position from them? Do you think they won't use this technology against the people if it come to it, as long as they maintain their position afterwards, continue to play with their toys that invade your life? You'd be fooling yourself. You'd be fooling yourself to think that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially as the generations continue, and the next generation is even worse than the last. Once they begin an opportunity to operate these devices, and what would anybody do then? What would anybody do then? They want it more than anything. Everyone told them. They were brought on board because they're the best fuckers ever. They're so smart. That's not the case. They don't recruit the best and the brightest because the best and the brightest will do the right thing if it comes down to it, and they can't have it. This is a harsh warning. I'm being absolutely serious because it absolutely fucking matters. That you complain and you vote and you do something. Don't assemble and let somebody call you an insurrectionist, try to jail you. Do something before it's too late, if it's not already too late. Listen, I've said a lot here. I have a great deal more to say. By God, I do. Wait till episode 3. Episode 3, I'm going to bring up a lot of things. One was the Space Force. What do you know about Space Force? Everybody watching this video is a patriot and loves the military. But what do you know about this secret military that you're welcoming in with open arms, like the Marines, like the Army, like the Navy, like the Coast Guard, like the Air Force? Do you understand the capabilities and the new age weaponry they have on board their vessels and that they have at their disposal? I do in some capacity. I'm going to share some of that with you if I'm still around. Thank you for joining me, and look forward to more shorts from the road and things I have coming up. Watch episode 3. Go back and watch episode 1, where I was a little less intense, where I didn't swear and I was trying to be a nice guy to my own detriment, to my own patience. Won't you do that for me? Good night.